Hey guys, I'm going to give it a few seconds to let everyone get on so we can enjoy some tunes. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great morning so far. Hope you've got your coffee, ready to talk oils. Hey guys, all right, we'll give just one more minute for people to get on and then we'll get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. I'm really excited to share all this oil stuff with you. All right, so we'll give it about one more second and then we're gonna get started. I hope y'all like my music choice, but don't worry, I'll turn it down before I start talking, so you'll be able to hear me. All right, so it looks like everybody's starting to join on, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'll have to turn our music down. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie Sharpe. Hi, Sadie. My daughter's watching, so she's almost 2 years old. She's the reason why I do all of this. So hi, baby. It's Mommy. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie Sharpe. And I am a wellness advocate and a silver leader in doTERRA. I've been doing doTERRA for about 2 years now. So at the moment, that may not mean much to you or make much sense, but that's okay because hang in there with me and I'll kind of go over everything today and break it down for you with, you know, what this business is, who this company doTERRA is, you know, what this opportunity has done for thousands of people like me and like tons of other people, and what it can do for you if you so desire. You know, basically, hey girl, I'm going to put the information out there, and if you like what you see, reach out to me or whoever invited you to this event, and we can talk some more. But I'll kind of just jump into it. So basically, for the past 2 years, just about, it'll be 2 years next month, I have helped now hundreds of people incorporate essential oils and natural solutions into their lifestyle, into their home, and just their daily lives. You know, and I've also successfully helped launch women into their own doTERRA businesses, which have, you know, benefited their families and their lives financially and physically immensely, and emotionally, really, for that matter. I know a few girls on here can attest to that right now. Right, Kelly? Right, Lauren? So I now have a great team of, you know, really amazing, powerful, strong women and some men that have taken this opportunity that's available to us with these essential oils and have implemented them to better their lives, both, you know, physically and financially. And so far, the results have been really amazing. You know, most people spend their lives trading dollars for hours and, you know, like working and not really getting anywhere or getting the recognition or the payment or whatever that you deserve. So what we're going to talk about today is a different kind of option. It's something that we call a residual financial pipeline. And I'll explain more on that in a minute. But what is it exactly that we really do? You know, we teach about essential oils, their benefits to our bodies, to our homes, to our lifestyles, and we facilitate the sales process so that we can help put a healer in every home, which is doTERRA's mission, and it's also a mission that I've adopted as well. You know, I've always wanted to help people, and I've realized when I look back that every job I've ever had has been some kind of service job or hospitality, and I realized that my true purpose in life is to try to help people. So this is it. This is my platform. This is how I'm going to help people and serve others and make a positive impact in the world. And a lot of other people that do this feel the same way, and it's great. I had no idea until I started. So we reach people, you know, we help people reach their goals, health or otherwise, and we love on them. We pour our hearts into them. You know, we try to help as many people as we possible live what we call their level 10 life. And while we do that, you know, we fulfill our purpose and our passion, and we can make our mark on the world as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for everyone. You really can't go wrong as far as I'm concerned. So I guess really quick, I just really want to stress the fact that there are two different types of wholesale memberships when it comes to doTERRA, because there's a lot of confusion, I feel like, with this sometimes. just because of other direct selling network marketing companies. So when you sign up with a wholesale customer membership with doTERRA, there is absolutely no requirement to sell. There's no, none of that. You have none of that. You do not have to do that. You can simply be a customer, order the oils, all that kind of stuff. The opportunity is there if you want it to do the business, earn free oils, make cash, whatever it is that you want to do with it. But in no way is anyone ever obligated just by joining as a member. I just want to put that out there. If you are intentionally doing the business like I am and like a lot of people are, and making money with this and sharing oils, you're considered a wellness advocate is what they're called, what we're called. And so basically you can choose to sign up as one whenever you enroll if you know this is what you want to do, or you can always sign up as a wholesale customer and simply be a user, and if you decide one day that this is for you, then you can just switch over to Wellness Advocate and start the business. It's pretty easy. So quickly, I'll just tell you the story of like how I started, where I began, and how I got to be here. So almost 2 years ago, I was pregnant. I was working like a 40+ hour corporate job. And it wasn't like a career job, really. It was just something that I was doing. I had never really found the one thing that really drove my purpose and like was my passion. So I was kind of drifting around in life, and I had no solid long-term direction. Anyone who knew me back then can definitely attest to that. And I've come a long way in 2 years, and I really have to thank doTERRA and also my daughter, but doTERRA and my daughter for giving me the reason to do this, and doTERRA. Did I mention doTERRA? So anyways, I remember feeling, like so miserable, so tired of working for somebody else, not being able to take off the time that I needed to rest, especially during pregnancy, and I was just worn out, and I knew that I really needed something else, that wasn't going to work for me either. And around that time, I suffered daily headaches, along with all of the other like typical pregnancy hormone-related symptoms, and nothing really was helping. And obviously, a lot of people know that being pregnant, your options for medication are really limited, and they're also really risky. So I was kind of like hesitant. And before all this, even though I was like kind of a hippie, I was not really into like natural anything or like taking care of myself in that way. So this was kind of a turning point. So my mom gave me a kit of essential oils because she had heard me kind of talking about them from another company that she'd heard of from a friend. And, I was like really, really excited, and I couldn't wait to start using them and like all this stuff, but I didn't really have any support. I didn't know how to use them. I had no one to turn to. And frankly, to be honest, I really wasn't that impressed with the product itself and the oils itself. But I'm in no way here to bash other companies. That's not my thing. I have an abundance mindset. I think there is more than enough to go around for everyone. So I simply am here to provide the facts of doTERRA and why I believe in it, and let people choose what company, what oils, and whatever that they want to use. And if you choose a company besides doTERRA, I feel bad for you, but that's okay. You're totally welcome to do that, and I won't hate you. It's totally fine. But basically, a little while later, while I'm just dealing with these BS oils that I don't really like, someone introduced me to my first experience with doTERRA's oil. Someone named Diana, who I met through one of my good friends, Sutton. And it was kind of like a whole new world, I could like literally hear the angels singing. I put peppermint on my head and my headache went away. And I had been suffering for like months, and they were trying to give me like prescription Tylenol with like caffeine and like all this other kind of stuff, and Imitrex or whatever, the like migraine medicine. And I was pregnant, and I was like, no. So I started using peppermint, and it's like, wow, holy, what? It was awesome. So not only that, but, I bought a kit, obviously, immediately, and I finally had, like, the community, the support. I had everything I needed to actually put these super high-quality oils to good use, and they were actually working. So at that point, I became, like, a hardcore user, a little obsessed, kind of have obsessive personality, so it just kind of happened that way. And when my daughter was born, a month later, I used my oils on her from the very beginning. And I have to say that it made our experience with a newborn and as new parents much, much easier than what I think a lot of people go through. And I think it's because we had powerful and, safe natural remedies for almost any issue that we could use right there on the spot. In our own natural medicine cabinet, there's no side effects to worry about. There's no having to go to the store while she's being miserable. None of that. So as a new parent, it was like a really good reassurance to know that I had these powerful tools, you know, right there in my back pocket. So it was around that time that I decided that I did not want to go back to work for my maternity leave. I did not. I wanted something different, and I kind of was starting to get a glimpse of what that might be. So then the doTERRA business opportunity seemed to just kind of fall into my lap. My friend who I ordered my kit from, Diana, told me about the doTERRA business opportunity and how to get, actually she even mentioned how to get the oils for free to begin with. It wasn't even about the business opportunity. And then it kind of turned into, well, you can get your oils for free, but you can also make money. And I had clearly mentioned, probably to everyone that would listen, that I did not want to go back to work. So she was like, duh, Katie, do this. This is for you. So I did what I normally do because I'm impulsive, and I went for it, and I just dove straight in, and here I am now. And I'm really, really happy I did that. So as soon as like we talked about this, I of course immediately started doing research on like everything, because I'm a researcher. And I was looking up, you know, doTERRA, essential oils, the network marketing, direct selling industry itself. You know, I knew that I loved my oils, and I knew that they worked, and I knew that doTERRA was a pretty good company because I, you know, dealt with like customer service at that point and whatever, and everyone that was part of it was really into it. At first I was wondering if it was a cult, because I was like, whoa. But now I guess I'm part of it because I'm just really, really, really excited about it. It's awesome. So, like a lot of people, I was very wary of network marketing, scams, pyramid schemes, all of that stuff that you kind of hear about, people talk about and whatever. And honestly, none of my research, and I did a lot of it, pointed to any single thing that even seemed questionable with doTERRA. So, with literally hardly any investment or any risk and pretty much everything to gain, I was like, why not? You know, like, what will it hurt? It won't really hurt anything. I may, in the very end, if it was some kind of scheme, I may just like waste my time or something, but I didn't, and here I am. So, like I said, I had realized that I had to do something if I wanted to have control of my time, if I wanted to have the freedom to stay at home with my daughter, to not have to pay for daycare, which is outrageously expensive, and to have a higher quality of life. And not only that, but to continue my part-time gypsy lifestyle that I kind of have. So some of you that may know me know that my husband has a pretty sweet gig for his job. We basically travel the country with bands and see music and make money doing it, and you know, it's like the best thing ever. So I really wanted to ensure that I'd be able to keep doing that and have the freedom, and what better way to do that than to be able to work on the road and work from home and still go see Fish and all the bands that I love, Widespread Panic and whatever, and have a whole career that's booming with it. So I decided to go for it. I knew this was it for me. And so it actually goes with a lot of folks, really. You know, many and most successful doTERRA leaders start off simply as users and have no intention of starting a network marketing business or anything like that. It usually just kind of falls into it, and it's crazy how it happens that way. And like I said, I was pretty much the same way. You know, I thought no one would take me seriously. I thought I would totally fail. I thought I wasn't deserving of, like, you know, grown-up success, or that I never had what it would take to get to where like these crazy leaders are. But I'm already halfway there. I'm more than halfway there. So now I know it can really happen. You know, now I look back at those thoughts and I kind of just laugh because I was selling myself so short. And not only that, but I have a daughter now. I have someone that I need to be an example to. And why not be an example of someone who chases their dreams and follows their passion? That's what I want for her, so that's what I'm going to do for myself. And it only is going to make all of our lives better. So, FYI, if you are having thoughts like that about yourself too, I just want you to know that you're selling yourself short and you need to stop. Just stop it right now, recognize your greatness, roll with it. I promise great things will happen no matter what it is you do, no matter what avenue you take, good things will happen. Just believe in yourself and take action. That is all you have to do. It's crazy. I mean, it's so simple, but it's like there. So, once you start using, I mean, in particular these oils, and you start having positive experiences with them, it's only natural that you start to tell like your friends, your family, you know, your coworkers, basically people that you care about. Because if you're experiencing great benefits from them, why wouldn't you want to share that with people you love and have them benefit from it too? So that's kind of like how it usually begins, and that's kind of how it started with me. And then before I knew it, my doTERRA business was pretty much happening. So that, my friends, is why doTERRA has chosen the authentic form of network marketing, relationship marketing, direct selling, whatever you want to call it. That's why they've chosen this route when it comes to their way that they sell their oils and do their business model. It's because, you know, they could spend money on advertising and like whatever, putting them on shelves in stores. But this isn't the kind of product that you can just go buy off a counter and then come home and know what to do with. Especially with these oils. These are pure, therapeutic, like grade oils. Like these are like the top oils that are here. If there was such a thing as medical grade oils, these would be them. I mean, they're powerful. So you can't just go and buy a bottle and then come home and be like, I know what I'm doing with my oils. Because you don't. You need someone to help you with at the very least, just some education on, you know, how to use them safely, when and where to use them, you know, what resources you can turn to, what books and websites are actually reputable, because there's lots of blogs out there and people claiming all kinds of things. You know, they're effective, they're concentrated. You have to be smart about it, and you need that support, and it's fun to have that support. You get to like make new friends, and like it's just fun. You get excited about it. So doTERRA itself has become the leading essential oil company in the world on actually a lot of different levels. They are leading the research in the whole entire industry of essential oils, and they are basically recognized as a scientific and research company. They have created a culture of users and wellness advocates like me that have come together to kind of like support everyone and, you know, create this awesome oil community, and we share and we support each other, and we really build each other up, which is amazing. And not only that, but like I said, we're the #1 essential oil company in the world. We are actually considered and recognized as a scientific and research company. And we just so happen to be the #1 direct selling company in the world, which isn't even the main focus of doTERRA. They started off as a company to make great essential oils for everyone. They are very service-based, mission-based. I won't go into all of that right now, but there's a thing called co-impact sourcing. About the way that they source their oils is they make a positive impact all over the world, especially in a lot of third world countries. But that's just besides the point. That's just like another thing that they do. That's just like a detail of like what they do. So they started off as an essential oil company, and now we're the #1 direct selling company in the world. Something must be working. That's all I have to say. So it feels good to be on top with a really great company. I'm not going to lie. And I've seen a lot of people become like debt-free, buy houses, you know, do things like that through this company. And it's really become my passion as well to help as many people have success, whatever that may be in your terms. I wanted you to have it, whether it be health goals, whether it be financial goals, whether it be like emotional health, whatever. I kind of want to help. That's just kind of my thing. So, as well as advocates, which are people, you know, like me, doing the business, sharing oils intentionally, doing what we can to make our mark. We're here to provide access to education on oils, to introduce you to like our online community or our team's community of users who have like so much helpful knowledge for you. I mean, we have people in our group who are nutritionists, doctors, anything you can think of. Like, we really have everyone. Very, very knowledgeable people. We're here to support you while you navigate the world of essential oils, you know, and especially supporting your body and like your needs specifically. You need someone to consult with to help with your issues. You know, there's so much more than just buying a bottle when you do this. So supporting others through their journey as a business person, doing this as a business, seems really intimidating, because it feels like we need to be like the expert, but really in reality you don't, which is like a huge relief, because I'm not claiming to be the expert on anything, to be honest with you, if you guys know me, you know, but I don't have to be the expert, which is great. You know, there's books and there's resources with all the information that we need right there at our fingertips, so we can simply pass that information along to people, or we can point them in the direction of like where to get that information. So for example, this book right here is called Modern Essentials. Anyone who uses doTERRA has probably heard of this book before. I give this book to everyone who joins the business with me, because this is all you need to be able to help people use essential oils. So just to show you really quickly, like, there's just tons of safety information, and then you can look up like single essential oils, find information on that. But not only that, there is a whole medical reference section where you can look up like specific body ailments. My Southern came out from there for a second. Certain specific ailments, and it will tell you exactly what oils to use and how to use them. So like I said, you don't have to be an expert. You just got to have one of these. There's another book called The Essential Life that's really great as well. So like I said, you know, just really don't be an expert. Just be responsible in how you share oils. You know, teach correct safety. Don't, you know, create the right expectations. Don't tell people that they're gonna like cure cancer overnight or like work some kind of crazy miracle, because that's what kind of gives a lot of this a bad name, is that when people just start blabbing off stuff and they don't know what they're talking about, and of course no one's gonna take that seriously, and of course, you know, you're like, all right, sure, okay, psycho. So don't try to be that person, because that's not how we do things. That's not how our company's integrity is. We're authentic. We're trying to actually create real relationships with people and really help them. We're not trying to be like psychos. So a lot of people at this point will say, I don't know enough people to do this business. Trust me, a lot of people will be giving a lot of excuses to yourself of why you shouldn't or couldn't do this business, because I did the same thing. I went through it all. I thought of every single reason that I shouldn't do it or I couldn't do it. And one of them was, I don't know enough people to do business like that. And I hate to break it to you, but that is not true. Everyone can benefit from these oils. Literally everyone. If you are a human being with a beating heart, you can benefit from oils. Even your pets can benefit from oils. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm almost doing a disservice to people by not sharing these oils with them, because it's like this magic secret that is going to help you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the asshole that doesn't share them with you. Excuse my language, but seriously. So with our current healthcare crisis, you know, I'm sure that you can obviously see the need for more natural solutions when it comes to health and well-being and our wallets. And that need is only growing, especially with just what's happening out there right now. I mean, just turn on the news and you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not getting into that right now. But doTERRA is setting themselves up to be in a position to shake things up and give people a new kind of healthcare. And as a matter of fact, keep an eye out for some big announcements coming from us within the next year. There's going to be some revolutionary, exciting things happening with how healthcare can be handled. So let's talk a little bit about healthcare in our society and why this would apply to why you'd want to do the business. So in our society, we treat healthcare as something that is reactive instead of proactive. You know, we wait until we have the illness to treat the problem. And usually we're treating or covering up the symptoms, treating the symptoms and not the problem to begin with anyway, with a lot of these medicines. And instead of focusing on overall wellness and health, you know, we are and taking small steps every day. You know, we're just taking a pill, which usually causes more side effects for another pill and another pill. And I'm in no way bashing modern medicine. I'm totally all about it, like totally. But there are flaws in it. You know, it's totally great to have it when necessary, but it's not always necessary. You can be your own healer for yourself. So we are a sick society. You know, there are corporations out there that are making a big profit off of us being sick, and they plan to keep us sick. There's a reason why there isn't a whole lot of research into essential oils, because Big Pharma doesn't want that. And guess who pays for a lot of those research studies? Big Pharma. So that's why doTERRA has taken it upon themselves to conduct research studies on our own, outside party research studies, but just to bring awareness into this and show people that there is another way. They don't like natural medicine out there, if you haven't noticed. Our psychiatrists and our doctors and whatever, they're not really the biggest fans of people taking holistic natural approaches, but that's too bad, because it's better. So that's why we're here. We're using essential oils, you know, to disrupt the current practices of the healthcare industry and the scam that it's running on all of us. So about doTERRA and about what we do and why we're legit as far as like the medical community, and especially after this year, just big things are happening. If you're thinking about joining this business, right now is honestly a really great time. So currently doTERRA has 120 active medical relationships with hospitals, doctors, and all kinds of things all over the country. We work with Johns Hopkins, we work with Vanderbilt Hospital, lots of different places. Not only that, but I mentioned how we are leading the industry in like studying and doing research on oils. Well, there are 20 doTERRA research papers that are being submitted for peer-reviewed publications, with 5 of those publications already published, which you can find on PubMed, which is a really great online resource to find research studies on different things like that. This is leading the industry in research. We are leading the industry. So the next steps that we plan to take as a company with doTERRA is increasing scientific and medical partnerships, creating continuing medical education and symposiums, and getting physician forums and participation. We're going to start bringing essential oils straight to physicians themselves. You know how medical sales have sales reps and all that kind of stuff, pharmaceutical sales reps and stuff that do all that? Well, doTERRA is going to start, not do that because they're kind of shady, but doTERRA is going to start working with doctors to provide healthcare in a natural way in your typical doctor's office. It's going to be amazing because becoming an advocate for your own health is the best thing you can do for yourself, for your family, because you and I both know that the healthcare industry is not always looking out for you or me, okay? I'm sorry, it's not. And there's not every doctor is bad, not everything is bad, but as a whole, we know this. It's not new news. I'm sure it's not new news to you that, tons of doctors are being found to be overprescribing medications, especially unnecessary medications, or even misdiagnosing, misprescribing medications, which can be really harmful, even fatal to people. Essential oils don't have side effects, people. The worst side effect that you might have is that you have, maybe skin irritation or something. Okay, compared to what you see on TV when you see a commercial and they list 5,000 side effects where death is one of them. Thanks, but no thanks. So on top of that, people don't even go to the doctor at all to get treated anymore because they don't have insurance, or they can't afford the visit, or their deductible is $8,000, and so they have to spend $8,000 on medical care before their insurance even kicks in. Or the cost of treatment, or the cost of their prescriptions. Many people are in this situation, and many feel helpless. And with what's going on right now, socio-politically, whatever the word is, I'm sorry. I can be such an idiot sometimes. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, this is the time. Many people are struggling when it comes to healthcare. Preventative checkups and treatments are no longer an option for tons of people because they have no insurance or no money, or it's not covered. Even urgent care can be too much of a financial burden for some people. Imagine having to choose between paying your rent or your mortgage, or going to see the doctor for your child, or putting food on the table for your child. That is just downright not right. It's just not fair. So it's a really sad state that we're in right now. And not only that, but we're being poisoned by products that we use most every day. So, with labeling loopholes and unregulated industries like cosmetics, we are essentially being sold poison, toxic chemicals that keep us sick and told that it's okay. Now, we need another way. We need something else. That's why we need to advocate for our own health and help others do the same. So these days, as everyone's fed up with the greed of insurance companies. We're fed up with all of it. Our healthcare system, overprescribed medications, like I mentioned, being treated as a dollar sign, not a person. It's apparent that these pure essential oils that are therapeutic, they can meet the needs that so many of us have. So our job is to just make those available to people. That's really all that it is. So imagine being able to provide a natural solution to someone who's been suffering at a fraction of the cost and in none of the time that it would take if they had to drive all the way to the doctor or make an appointment or to the store or whatever, get the prescription filled, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So for example, I'll use a personal story that some of you may relate if you're a parent. If you don't know me, I have a toddler. My daughter Sadie, she's almost 2. And we all know that young, little tiny humans tend to get ear discomfort very, very easily, and that when it happens, it's absolutely miserable. I think miserable is even an understatement. So, for example, I would be having to pack up everything in the middle of the night with a very fussy baby to head to urgent care or whatever, where we would no doubt spend less than 2 hours and then have to get a prescription, wait for it to be filled, while the whole time she's in pain, and it breaks my heart and I'm in pain just for her. And honestly, it just sounds miserable talking about it, so I'm just gonna stop there. But instead of that, I could simply grab a bottle of my Melaleuca, which is tea tree oil, and dilute it and rub it around her little ears and provide relief for her without even leaving the house, without wasting any time or giving her unnecessary medication. That's what we mean when we say we're putting a healer in every home. That's the mission. So that's why I'm so passionate about this. I've experienced this. That's why I really, 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 really care. So anyways, back to the business. I ramble sometimes. Sorry about that. So back to the business. Like I said, some of you may think that you don't know people, you don't have the confidence to do this business. And I'd also like to say that you're wrong. You're wrong there. There are a million ways to do this business. And you can do it however you like in a way that works for you. So there are some people who work better one-on-one with people. They don't like to do classes. They don't like to do the whole big thing. That's fine. That's what they do. There are people who love to do classes like me. I love to be in front of big groups of people. I guess I just really like attention. Sorry. So it's a great way to use that, Some people like to build their business online. Some people like to work with doctor's offices and businesses directly and have them set up. I mean, literally, there's just endless ways that you can do this. And it's really about finding what works best for you. And not only that, but there's just so much training and support available through doTERRA, and not only that, but our team as well, that there's free education out there for you. I mean, there's everything that you can think of. And I have to mention that on top of the money, which is really good, and all that, you also become a better person when you do this business and when you start a journey like this. So there's a saying that I've heard before, and now I know it to be really true, that, this job is a self-improvement journey that comes with a paycheck. That is true. And I can honestly testify to that. If anyone knew me 2 years ago and you know me now, you know that I am a totally different person. And not only that, but I've improved every area of my life just because of the self-discovery I found through this journey. I know, Kelly, I know that you have been the same, We've dealt with hardships and stuff like that, and our support and our community that we have here has actually helped us come through some of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot more to it than just that. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, okay? I don't want to waste your time all day. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day. So earlier I mentioned that this business is an opportunity for a financial pipeline. So here's a little story, a little analogy that will kind of explain that really quickly. And it was originally written by Robert Kiyosaki. I hope I said that right. Anyways, so once upon a time, there was a village that was far away from any natural water resource. So naturally, it was someone's job to walk to the nearest well every day and fill buckets of water and haul them back to the village daily for all of the villagers or whatever. So there was no better job security, and the whole village, everybody needed water, and they were willing to pay, so the demand was really high. So he had, he was hauling buckets, he had job security, right? Or did he really? If he needed to make more money, he had to haul more buckets. If he or someone in his family got sick, then he could not take the time off that he needed. If he didn't work, he didn't get paid. So how many people feel like they're in that situation right now? Give me some hearts. Let me know, because I've been there. I was in that situation. He had job security, but he didn't have a financial pipeline or time freedom or anything like that. So usually the best decisions come from the hardest solutions. The man got creative, and he started to change his fate. He hauled buckets daily to pay his bills and to provide for the village, kept doing what he was doing. But in the evenings and in his free time, he made sacrifices, and he began to build a pipeline. This process, it took a few years. It required maybe some constant attention and, focus, determination. I'm sure he probably faced some challenges along the way, but he kept going. And then one day the reward came. He turned on his spigot and sold buckets of water to everyone in the village right there. So they now had colder, faster, cheaper, fresher water. The man had created a cash flow that would pay him on sick days and on holidays. He had created financial freedom for himself and for his family, where they could enjoy their lives and pursue their dreams. So that story basically explains, I think, what residual income is and what it can do. So do you get it yet? Do you get the whole hauling buckets thing? Are you hauling buckets in your life right now? Are you ready to change yet? Has this resonated with you at all yet? Because if not, I don't know. This is just so logical to me, but everyone's different. So I hope that this resonates with you too. So what I'm telling you is that the opportunity is here for you to create a financial pipeline too for yourself. It really is. It's for real. So here are some of the benefits of starting a business with doTERRA versus starting a traditional entrepreneurial business, okay? So all the benefit without any of the risk, you know, there's like a low startup cost. You basically join as a member, buy a kit or whatever. And that includes products that you use for your personal use, which is great because you're getting a 25% off discount just being a member anyway. The product, the oils or whatever, are provided by doTERRA, so you don't have to buy inventory, you don't have to keep stock, you don't have to make a big initial investment like some other companies, you know. doTERRA provides product sourcing, packaging, fulfillment, plus customer service and distributor services, world-class education, leadership development. You know, they really invest a lot into their leaders like me to ensure that we find the success that they want us to have. You know, the science, the testing, the groundwork has already been done and it's still growing. There's no prerequisites. There's, you know, free education. There's no resume required, you know. Anyone can do this. You can be a felon and you can do this. You know, a lot of people may have made stupid decisions in their early 20s or earlier in their life and now they can't get like a serious job. This is something you could do. This is literally for everyone. This is a chance for anyone could take to turn their lives around no matter what your situation is. There are people in doTERRA that are like blue diamonds now, which is like one of the top things, that lived in their car at one point when they started. Like, this is an opportunity for anyone. This can be life-changing, and I'm not just saying that. Like, this really can. So they have a great customer service department that your customers can deal with directly, so you don't really have to be like a middleman. You know, the focus is on wholesale memberships versus retail sales. So it sustains company integrity and it kind of keeps us as a great company from the top to the bottom. You know, we don't want to just treat people like dollar signs like a lot of, you know, Big Pharma does. We want to build those relationships. We want to help people. You know, not only that, but the best part is the time freedom. You get to set your own hours. You know, the freedom to choose your own business approach. I remember working so many jobs where being like, man, if I was in charge, I would be doing things like so much differently, blah, blah, blah. Now I am in charge. I can do things however I want. I am the boss, and I love being the boss. It's really fun. And working for yourself can be a challenge, but it's a fun challenge that I gladly accept. Now, one of the very best things about doTERRA and direct selling as far as doTERRA goes, and I'm really very proud to share these facts, is our retention rate. So, just to kind of lay it out there, and I can't help but laugh because this is so ridiculous. So the average retention rate in the network marketing companies across the industry is 8% of people ordering once every 3 months. Okay? That's like the industry average. doTERRA, 65% of people order every 3 months. Okay? 8%, 65%. I'm sorry. Like, come on. That alone, and these are mostly users, customers, that alone is a testament to the fact that these oils are the bomb.com. People love them. There is great retention rate. What does that mean for someone who's doing the business? Growth. There's tons of growth. Excuse me, I'm getting a little excited. Amanda, you're making me too excited. Stop it. So there's just so much growth. Okay, guys. 8%, 65%. I mean, you do the math. And if you have a problem with the math, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at math too, but I can figure that out. So doTERRA, it's a debt-free company. You know, there's no outside interest or funding. We're a huge part of the $1 trillion wellness industry. Why is it a $1 trillion wellness industry? Because people are sick of the modern healthcare system. Wellness is now becoming the trend. You know, it's one of the top 5 growing industries out there. So, not only that, in fact, doTERRA, like I mentioned before that we were the #1 direct selling company, we were actually listed as the #1 network marketing company to go with in 2017 in a recent article due to the fact that we are set up for exponential growth. As a matter of fact, doTERRA just last month had their biggest record month ever. Actually, I think it was February 24th, if I'm not mistaken, was the highest day in sales that doTERRA has ever had. And to put it out there, for example, I advanced to a new big rank last month in February. I I think 4 or 5 people alone on my team that also advanced into some bigger ranks as well and got some big paychecks and big bonuses. And I even have a few people on my team that I'm very, very, very proud of as well, who not only advanced 1 rank last month, but 2. So it can be done. It can be done. And I just want to say, Kelly, congratulations. Lauren, congratulations. Whitney, congratulations. All of my team for being awesome. You guys jumped up and above and beyond. Going 2 ranks is crazy. It's awesome. So it's happening, y'all. It's happening. So did you know that only 15% of people who join doTERRA as wholesale members join with the intention of doing the business? That means that 85% of them join strictly as users. You know, yeah, some people have come across to do the business now, but the intention of most people who begin is just to use the oils and be a user. Once again, I think that that's a testament to how amazing our products are. You know, how simply it's amazing. Simply amazing. Okay, so down to the facts. The $1 million question. How do you make money in this business? Like, yeah, you're talking about how great it is, but how do you make money? Well, the answer is kind of easy. Basically, it's teaching classes, enrolling people, sharing oils, and supporting your people. That's really it. Like I said, there's a million ways to do the business, but that's just about the bare bones of it. You know, teaching classes is the most effective way to grow your business quickly, but it's not the only way. So let's talk quickly about the different ways that you actually earn money when you share doTERRA. And remember, we don't focus on retail sales, so you don't have to worry about keeping like inventory in stock or things like that. So there are 3 terms that I'm going to talk about next. If you get confused or you want more information, please reach out to me or, you know, whoever invited you to this event, whoever that was. Please reach out to us. We can go over this together, you know, in more detail. We can answer more questions. I'm actually going to post a link to a little guide that you can look over that actually breaks down visually. I'm a very visual person. I don't know if I have it with me. It's called the Share Success Build Guide. But I'll post it here in the event, and you can feel free to look it over at any point, and you can see a lot more information about that. But we can always go over directly and personally, and I can answer your questions one-on-one about your specific goals. So first, we're going to talk about some things called the Fast Start Bonus, the Power of 3, and Unilevel Commissions. And we'll do it really quickly because I don't want to overwhelm you. This is just an overview. So the Fast Start Bonus. This enables you to start earning commissions immediately when you enroll people. This is basically to help people when they first get started to get money coming in and get off the ground and get going. It's paid every week, so it's meant to help you, like I said, start earning money. You get paid 20% of commissions of anyone that you enroll, plus everything they order in their first 60 days of their membership. So let's say, for example, that you enroll Sally, and you make 20% of what Sally orders. So Sally, really loves your oils and decides to share and enroll Bob. So when Sally enrolls Bob, Sally makes 20% of Bob's order and you make 10%. So you are getting like another level of this, okay? So now, say Bob, who's now the 3rd level down from you, Bob decides to share oils and enroll somebody. Well, Bob gets 20%, Sally gets 10%, and you get 5%. So you are making money off of different levels there. And that's just one way to make money. Okay, so that's called Fast Start Bonus. And like I said, this is for every order that's made in the first 60 days of a new member's membership. The next thing is called the Power of 3 Bonus, and I really won't talk too much about that. But it's basically where doTERRA rewards you for structuring your organization properly. And it's paid monthly, and it starts off at $50 and it jumps up to $250 and it goes to $1,500. So that's $1,500 that's just a bonus. It's not even like part of like the rest of the money you're making. That's just for structuring your organization properly. Okay, so we're talking money here. Okay, this is like some good money. So then there's another thing called the Unilevel payout, Unilevel commission, which just means that after a customer's first 60 days, you stop making that 20% on what they're ordering and it drops down to a much lower percentage. But this is what you make for the rest of their lifetime when they order. So basically using doTERRA's 7-level payout with the dynamic compression, which I know sounds like gibberish, but like I said, if you have questions, we can go over this. You get the max benefit and the higher payout, especially when compared to other companies' comp plans, because you're getting paid the most on the part of your thing where you have the most amount of people. So eventually your unilevel commission will eventually be your highest source of income with doTERRA. You know, this is your residual income. This is your financial pipeline, basically. So this is the money that will come in and that will show you the payout of building a solid foundation in your organization. So again, like I said, if you want more information on this, we'll talk over it. This is just an overview. Reach out to me, reach out to whoever. So along with the unilevel commission and all of that, you can also start earning money through the leadership bonus pools, which is where you will earn an extra monthly bonus, starting at the rank of Premier, and it goes all the way up through the ranks, and there are different amounts depending on what rank you're at. So just for example, just to like throw a little example out there for you guys, the average diamond makes $4,000 a month for their diamond leadership bonus. Okay. That's $4,000 a month as an extra bonus, okay? Say that they're hitting their 1,500 power of 3 also. That means that they're getting $5,500 or whatever. I don't know, I'm really bad at math. I'm really bad at math. They're getting whatever. They're getting a lot of money. I mean, it's ridiculous, okay? So you can also make money through retail sales, although it's not really a long-term payout. It's more like hauling buckets still, but it is something that you can do. Really, your bread and butter is going to be having classes and enrolling people, you know, and then really just supporting the people that have joined with you and have trusted you and invested into this. You really need to support them. And then, you know, having classes and enrolling people is where a lot of your money is going to come from with the fast start and stuff for the first year, maybe even the second, depending on your pace. But after that, your unilevel commissions are going to start to take over. So unilevel is usually the bulk of people's checks after about a year or two. So if you're not going to commit that long, if you don't think that's something that you can commit to for that amount of time, then you're really never going to reap the benefits of unilevel commission. And like I said, I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I think that my unilevel really took off about 6 months ago. So about a year and a half in is when I really started to get that benefit. And it's awesome. So if you continue to work at it over time, you know, doTERRA will pay you exponentially more and let you grow more than you would in a traditional job in the same amount of time. For example, I used to work for Marriott, and I think that my yearly raise was like 3% or something. So like every year, the only growth that I could have in my paycheck was like 3%. I was like, this is BS. So my time is worth more than that, and so is yours. I'm just going to be honest. So basically, when it comes to this, success or failure is really up to you. So now the question to ask you is, what do you want to create? You know, what are you looking for? People have different goals when it comes to this. This really can be your 2 to 5 year retirement plan, no joke, if that's what you want. You know, all you got to do is just share oils, enroll customers and builders, launch builders who do the same thing that you do, and then just support and educate your team. And I mean, really, that's about it. That's the bare bones of it all. And it's fun. I love it. So there's a few ways that you can choose your pace. There's different ways that people do this, different goals that people have. Option number 1, these aren't the only options, but here's like hypothetical options, okay? So option number 1 is just to earn some extra spending money. You know, maybe like somewhere around $300 to $600 or more a month. If that's the case, you'd want to aim for like an elite or premier rank for income goals. And the needed investment weekly would be about 3 to 5 hours per week, and then maybe enrolling a few customers a month. So this would get you to elite in about 3 months or so, or maybe premier in like 6 months or so. So that's kind of like the slower pace. The second option is to supplement your income, and this is probably the most popular option that people that work with me take as far as the pace they take. This is somewhere between $600 to $5,000 a month or even more. In this way, you'll want to aim for anywhere from premier to gold ranks for income goals. Again, we can talk about that if you have questions. But the needed investment for that per week would be about, you know, 10 to 15 hours, enrolling 4 or so customers a month, and like maybe like 1 builder every month. Ideally, but I mean, of course, things change. There's different months, different things happen. But that will get you to elite in about 1 to 2 months, you know, silver in about 6 to 9 months, maybe a little longer. It took me a little longer to get to silver, but that's because of just different things. I kind of took a break and went on this really long road trip this summer because I could. So, you know, that kind of thing. But it gets you to gold in like 1 to 2 years. And this is a really great and easily attainable goal. And the option to supplement your income is, again, it's pretty much the pace that a lot of people take when they join with me. And that's like the pace that I've worked the best with, but I can work with any pace. I can work with whatever you want to do. Another option, and this is a very, very ambitious one. This is the one that I took and am taking, and it is to replace and multiply your income. So this is like the big Mac Daddy. I'm going all in. I'm going all out. This is like me. This is like what I'm doing. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the past years doing doTERRA. I recently just went out and got a job, just like super, super part-time, because I just wanted to get a little more out of the house and have a little more like, you know, fun, a little extra cash. But really, I've been a stay-at-home mom because of this. It's great. So this third option is to replace and multiply your income. So this is, you're looking at anywhere from like $5,000 to $112,000 or more a month. Okay, like big, big money. And of course, this takes a lot of work. This takes dedication, but it is attainable. And I'm gonna do it. You can do it if you want to. We can do it together. Just let me know. But basically, you'd want to aim from anywhere from like gold to like presidential diamond ranks for income goals like that. The needed investment for that, obviously, because it's a very ambitious goal, would be anywhere from like 15 to 30 hours a week. Enrolling like 8 customers and a couple builders a month. And that's, again, an ideal situation. But like I said, that's very ambitious. But that would get you to diamond in about 1 to 3 years. And that's exactly what I'm on track to be. So I will be making that money in just a couple years. That fits into the 2 to 5 year retirement plan that I'm talking about. So we've kind of talked about a little bit of everything. And I'm sure the last question you're wondering is, what's the requirement on your end? Like, what's the catch? What's the, you know, deal or whatever? Really, there's only one thing that you're required by doTERRA to do to receive literally potentially endless income, and that's just placing a 100 PV, basically a $100 loyalty order every month. And these are products that you can use for your personal use. You can use them for your business. It's really up to you. So you just need to order 100 PV a month to be able to receive commissions. Whenever doTERRA's program like runs through their computer, they're only going to send out checks and commissions to people who have done that 100 order or have a template for that order. It's just how they're able to do it. So it's not a big investment. You know, you could sign up for $35, start placing $100 orders a month, start making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't much risk involved here. That's what I try to tell people when they're so scared. I'm like, there really isn't that much risk. It's really not. You know, just give it, and if you don't like it, give it a couple months. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's not for everybody. You know, I don't want people on my team that don't really want to be here or really want to do it. I want people who are like me, or like the people already on my team that just really want to like go for it, you know? I mean, that's exactly it. And yeah, Kelly, exactly. For that 100 PV order every month, that's such a good point. I'm glad that you said that. So Kelly, who's another, she's a premier. She's on my team. She just hit her new rank last month. Kelly was just mentioning that actually the Fast Start bonus that I talked about that gets paid weekly on those 20% enrollments that you do, that can help pay for your 100 PV LRP order. So like I mentioned, there's people that started this business like living in their car, like dead ass broke, and were able to do this because they were determined. So say that you're one of those people and you're like, damn, I really want to do this, but I really don't have like the money to like do 100 order a month or whatever. Go out and enroll some people, get that Fast Start commission, and you just paid for your 100 PV order yourself and just build on top of it. Like literally, there could literally be like zero investment in this business if you did it like that, and you could make so much money. And like Lauren saying, you know, really wanting to empower families to utilize natural healthcare options. Like, I want everyone to feel empowered. So all you have to do is order 100 PV LRP each month if you decide to do the business. And I actually have a problem keeping it just to 100. I kind of go a little crazy sometimes, but I can do that. And not only that, but you get an opportunity to get 10 to 30% back of every order in points, and rewards points can be used for free product. And you can also get the free product of the month, which every month doTERRA offers this to every member that if you do a 125 PV loyalty order by the 15th, you get a free oil or product. So pretty awesome. Not really bad considering what you get in return. Adrian, even my husband is saying, and he's totally right. You know what I mean? People spend way more than $100 a month on unnatural medicines I mean, think about how expensive like Dayquil is, y'all. It's like $13 or something for like, I don't even know, like one little thing. Like that's a lot. That adds up. You're totally right that you spend over $100 a month easily on unnatural medicine, house cleaners, toothpaste that have plastic beadlets in it that God knows is not good for you, shampoo full of conditioners. Why not go natural? Perfect point. I totally agree. So if this is something that you like and you want to learn more about it, seriously let me know. You know, to truly grow your business, here's the kind of activities that you would expect to commit to for monthly results. Basically just supporting your enrollments, continuing to educate those in your sphere of influence, teaching, 1 to 2 classes a month, or just meeting with people, however it is that you choose to share your oils, continuing to train and educate and mentor your enrollments, and continuing to work on your personal development. Like I said, personal development is a really big part of this business, and it's my favorite part, I think, actually. I am like a junkie for it now. So speaking of personal development, if you are lacking confidence, or if you are questioning your own purpose and your own awesomeness, there's a book I want to recommend for you called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Read that book. Read that book and come back to me and tell me if you're still scared to take the leap into something like this, because she shows you that you have it in you. We all do. But ultimately, and to conclude with this is an opportunity for everyone. Anyone can do this. I have moms who stay home and work while their kids are, having nap time. I have people on my team who travel and see music and use this as their income. I'm actually kind of one of those people. I have people on my team who work demanding full-time corporate jobs, yet they still find the time to share their passion, and they're working on their early retirement plan. Some people literally want to quit their job and go all in and work this full time, which is a great way to grow your business quickly. Some people are more comfortable keeping their day job and doing this until, doing this on the side, taking a slower pace. And then once they feel that they're in a position to quit their day job, they go for it. And then there's even some people that I have on my team that have no intention of quitting their current career or job, and they're actually working on incorporating their essential oil business into their current career. And what does that look like? What kind of people would that be? Well, I mean, nurses, teachers, child development professionals, speech therapists, massage therapists, dentists, even retail store owners are on my team. We have general practitioner doctors, we have midwives, we have everybody. I mean, everybody. You can incorporate this into any business if you want to. You can create it as another business. Really, like I said, the options are endless, and there are literally people from all walks of life that have found success in doTERRA and on my team. And we would love to have you join us. So, do you guys want to know how to get started with doTERRA? Is anyone curious of, how do you do this? All right. Okay, so I see some people want to learn how to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and just cover that really quickly. There are a few ways to join. There's actually just 2 ways to join. You can pay a $35 if you're not a member. You can pay a $35 membership fee. It's for a whole year. You get a membership that gives you 25% off of everything, plus the opportunity to get points back on your orders, to earn free products, free oils each month, that kind of thing. You can do that, and you can be a wholesale customer. You could be a wellness advocate and do the business. Either way, $35. You could also join with a starter kit. So we have some really awesome starter kits. They're called enrollment kits, starter kits, whatever you want to call them. And you can choose from really any budget. They have some for lower end budgets to higher end budgets. They're fit for needs for families, for single people, for whatever it is, just whatever your needs may be. There's different kits for that. So these kits include a lot of great oils and products, and they're bundled at like a discount price, and they include the wholesale membership as well. So it really is the smartest way to join with the kits. That's what most people do. That's how I joined. That's how most people that join with me join. the starter kits are really just the best way to go. So if you like what you learned today and you want to learn more, please reach out to the person that invited you to this event, whether that's me or someone else. Just reach out to them. If you have questions, let me know. This video is going to stay up until I think Wednesday is when this event ends. So you can watch this recording at any point. You can share this recording with anyone if you like. If you know, maybe you're not interested in this personally, but you know someone who is, share this with them. You know any new moms going on maternity leave that might not want to go back? Share this with them. Do them a favor. You're doing them a favor. You're doing them a service by just letting them know the opportunity that is available. That's all that it is. So thanks for tuning in with me guys. You know, I really hope that you enjoyed what you learned. I really wanted to share some quality, content, let you know just really what this is all about and why I am so obsessed with it. So I can open up to a little Q&A. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in. We'll only leave that open for a second. And then really that's it. I'm going to post some stuff here in the group that will explain a little bit more. Oh, and the giveaway. Okay, so I promised that we would do a giveaway for a free bottle of peppermint essential oil. And the reason that I'm giving away peppermint specifically is because it's the one oil that got me into using essential oils and got me into doTERRA. It's the one that got rid of these headaches that I was having when I was pregnant. And it's one of the most versatile oils anyway. So here's the sitch. Here's the deal. To be entered to win this free bottle of peppermint, if you are interested in doing this business, me and my team, myself, Kelly, Chelsea, Lauren, Nicole, whoever, Crystal, Kim, whoever, Diana, if you are interested in doing this business, set up a business consultation with us by Wednesday, okay? If you set up a business consultation with us, which is kind of like a not even 30-minute conversation sometimes, and we can go over maybe your goals, your needs, whatever. I can answer questions. We can answer whatever you need. But basically, reach out to us. If you set up a business consultation by Wednesday, you'll be entered into a raffle for a free bottle of peppermint. I like to give things away, and so why not? So hit us up. Let us know if you want to change your life. You won't regret it. Have a good day, guys. Thanks so much.